Hey everyone, Derek here with a quick news update on Nintendo. They actually just let out of their latest investor meeting, and while nothing huge came out of it, there are a few small details that we thought we'd go over that were relatively interesting. Now keep in mind that these are unofficial translations and not official releases or anything of the sort, and we can credit NStyles on Twitter for the report and Cheesemeister3K for the translations, so just something to keep in mind when reporting all of this. The first is about the 3DS and the fact that it had no big 3DS hits. There was no hits on the 3DS at all, so sales of the system were low, or just in general of software. On Wii U, Splatoon, Mario Maker, and Twilight Princess all did well, and Amiibos have hit 24.7 million total in sales. Miitomo also got off to a good start, though they didn't provide any specific numbers. Now, they also stated some issues that they wanted to address. Up till now, the goal has been to expand the gaming population irregardless of age, gender, or experience, but now they're switching focus to increase the population exposed specifically to Nintendo IPs. They also reconfirmed that Pokemon Sun and Moon is coming out on the 3DS worldwide in November, and many other strong Nintendo and third-party titles are going to be released. Their aim is to make the 3DS platform active again. And for the Wii U, Breath of the Wild will be released next year. They went on to confirm that the NX is due out worldwide in March 2017, and their dedicated game machine business is going to continue to be the core of Nintendo. But Amiibo and download businesses will continue to receive focus, and they reiterated that Fire Emblem and Animal Crossing are coming to smart devices this fall. Switching over to My Nintendo, they want to create synergy between the dedicated game machine and smart device businesses, so the Nintendo IP will be utilized in theme parks, character goods, and film content. When asked about VR and software for the elderly, Kimishima said that other companies' VR presentations at E3 became a topic of discussion. It has captured customers' interest, and while they're researching it, they don't have anything concrete to discuss at this point. To increase their stock price, they're utilizing their IP, researching quality of life, preparing the NX, and taking on many other such challenges. Now, the big takeaway from this is, of course, that the NX is still coming out in November, but also that their quality of life ideas are not dead yet. They're still working on them in whatever form they may end up taking. Otherwise, it's all about the usual stuff that we can expect. However, in going into the Q&A, they were asked about controllers for smartphones, and Shinya Takahashi said that there are certainly physical controllers for smart devices, but Nintendo wants to make action games without them, before reiterating that 5 mobile games will be out by March. Now, one of the more interesting things that they said is that any IP may be utilized to its maximum extent, which could mean that other IPs that have been laying dormant could be used in order to try to garner interest. Now, do I think this will actually happen? Probably not, maybe in a few small examples, but, I don't think we're all of a sudden going to see a resurgence in lesser known titles, but you never know. Now, another interesting thing stated by Miyamoto is addressing why the NX was not premiered at E3. He said, "Normally we would have shown the NX at E3, but we didn't. We're worried about imitators if we release info too early." And well, I'm not really buying that, at least not completely. If you remember, and you might be a little young for this, but I remember when Super Mario Sunshine was coming out, they didn't want to reveal what the game was going to be like because they thought everybody would steal the water pack idea that Mario utilized in that game, and they've said it a couple other times before. Now, granted, it might still happen. We saw immediately after the Wii, the PlayStation, and Xbox both try to find a way to get into that market to limited success, so it is possible that the NX does have some unique feature. But again, I'm withholding judgment until they actually show it off. It might be something as big as the Wii, it could be something as non-big as Sunshine's water pack. However, Miyamoto also addressed VR and said how it was a hot topic at E3, so he wanted to check it out since it was on display. And it wasn't exactly what he expected. He didn't elaborate beyond that, but he did say that they are researching VR and they have the core technology. But the big issue with VR is that long play sessions, just have an effect on people's eyes. So they want to release something, but they don't have any solid ideas yet. At least that's what they're presenting at the moment. Finally, Miyamoto said that Zelda Breath of the Wild has over 100 staff and over 300 people in the credits, spending over 5 years on the title. and their current efforts will be helpful in the next production. The cost will be recovered by selling in large volumes, passing 2 million sales, which they're shooting for worldwide. A game is a hit in the domestic market, at least in Japan, if it reaches 300,000 sales, but again they're targeting a worldwide audience with this. Now what's even more interesting is that by using the resources made for Zelda on other software, he's stating that it's possible to make many compact titles. The last Brain Training sold a lot with small resources, and they're doing a lot of things to reduce development times like reusing game engines. So it seems like Breath of the Wild is sort of like an investment for Nintendo that we can maybe see the technology used in other games in other ways or what have you. So it's kind of a different take for Nintendo. And really, that's about it. Again, reiteration, confirmation that things are still coming, like the quality of life, and a few interesting nuggets here and there, but nothing too huge. But of course, stay tuned to Game Explain for more on Nintendo, including other news that might be popping up about the NX, quality of life, whatever they decide to put out, you know us, and other things gaming as well. Alright guys, bye.